Welcome to the W3Schools CSS Navigation Bar tutorial. Having easy to use navigation is important for any website. So in this tutorial I will show you how to style a list of links into a navigation bar like this. A navigation bar needs standard HTML as a base. And since a navigation bar is basically a list of links, using the UL and LI elements makes perfect sense. So here we have a list of links that we're going to style so it looks like a navigation bar. Let's start by removing the list markers, since the navigation bar will not need them. So we set the list style type to none. And then we set the margins and padding to 0 to remove any browser defaults. And now we have a list of links that we can use as our base for our navigation bar. Let's start by building a vertical navigation bar. So we need to style the links or A elements. So let's start by setting display block. Now displaying the links as block elements will make the whole area clickable and not just the text, and it also allows us to specify the width. And since block elements take up the full width available by default, we want to specify a width that suits us. Now we set the width to 120 pixels, and you can see that not just the text is clickable, but the whole 120 pixel area. Let's add some background color. And change the color of the text. Now let's remove the underline from the links. And center align the text. Now we want the text to be bolder. And we want it to show in all uppercase letters. Now let's give the text some space by adding padding. Now we want to add some interactivity. We want the background color to change when the user mouses over a link. So the style rule we created, we want to change it to apply to link and visited. That means unvisited and visited links. And we want to create a new rule for hover and active, where the background color changes to green, or specifically a darker green. Now we have a fully styled vertical menu. Let's leave this example for now and see how we can create a horizontal navigation bar. There are two ways to create a horizontal navigation bar, using inline or floating list items. Let's see how we can use inline list items. Here we have a horizontal linked list. It's been created by setting display inline for the list item elements. By default, list item elements are block elements. By setting it to inline, we remove the line breaks before and after each list item and display them on one line. However, we cannot use this method if we want the links to have equal width, since an inline element cannot have width. So let's go back to our previous example where we created a vertical navigation bar and see if we can change it to horizontal. Here we have links with equal width, since the A elements have been set to display block and has a specified width. Now if we float these list item elements, they will slide next to each other. Let's see. Now we set it to float left, and the items will appear next to each other on a horizontal line. So now we have a fully styled horizontal navigation bar. And this concludes our tutorial for CSS Navigation Bar. Thank you for watching.